Hi, welcome. This is, yes, it is Plasma, and the video is the monthly video. If you're new to ArcoLinux, then you know that every month there's a video about what's new and how to stay rolling, how to update. So this video is going to be the one that's going from June to July. And July, also interesting to know, in July is the last ISO, August is holiday, and September is another ISO. So this is the last ISO for us before the holiday. We have VirtualBox installed. I use a template, I put it aside, and then I can add it easily. You can easily go to template VBox 3 kilobytes, right? And then open. So we have a template ready, and templates change over time. So let's have a look at what it's today. So advanced description, disk description, nothing new. Memory is 50/50. Enable EO, this is not enabled, EFI, so I'm going for a grub, a bias thing. Better, a bias thing, and the other one is UEFI. Check out ArcoLinux.com, ArcoLinux.com, and there is a phase 5, and in there's the designation. If you want to install ArcoLinux, either choose an old computer, BIOS, or a newer one, UEFI. So you can mimic, you can, by means of software emulation, right? VirtualBox, you can mimic this particular motherboard, a UEFI. Not gonna do that. CPUs, I have 8 cores, so 4. Okay, cool. Would be great if I would really have 8 CPUs, but it's just one CPU with 8 cores. And enable PA, or this thing here, just read it out loud, physical address extension. Okay, so that provides, for instance, INC to see, hey, it's motherboard X and it is Ethernet card that, etc. So it can really read everything. Nothing done here. Display is all the way up. I used to have it here somewhere. Doing this doesn't affect me, so I leave it up like that. This is very, very, very important. If we hear people, we say, I have this very small window, 840 on 640, what's happening, right? They have the wrong setting. So tell them to use either this one or that one, but never this one. And that's the standard one. When you install VirtualBox, it will say, use that one. No, wrong, right? So VBox SVGA, and yes, you'll have this line up here, and yes, it's correct. All right, remote recording, blah, blah, storage, audio, nothing done here, network, serial, USB, shared folders. That's something I've added. So I've added a line, I did a plus, and navigated to a particular folder, other. And why am I doing this? It's not created yet here. Why am I doing this? When you add a folder to your system, then it's also read-only no, auto-mount yes. You can actually share this particular folder inside your VirtualBox. So you can get things out of VirtualBox, but get things in VirtualBox, right? So it's a gateway between a shared folder between these two operating systems. In this case, it's Plasma, ArcoLinux Plasma, and the other one can be anything, right? So that's, well, it should be ArcoLinux because, well, we have scripts to make it work, right? And other distros won't. So that's a line I have. Let's kill this thing again. That's edit and that's remove, okay? So I have this thing ready. It's not important. If you don't have it, it's super not important, right? Right mouse click, clone. This video of this ISO is gonna be the one from June, right? I think it's 20.6.5, we'll soon see. And then we choose a disk file from my downloads. I download the 20.6.5 from our download resources. There are 2 of them, actually 3, if you count the torrents. And then you boot up. The virtual machine, text, yeah, true. So it says the VBox shared, it does not exist, right? I saw that immediately, so Control H. if you don't want to see the fault and this problem, of course, that's probably only me because I use it like this. Everybody probably is going to make its own name, but of course it should be correct. VBox shared. I'm pointing to home, Eric VBox shared. Now it's there. So power off the machine, and I'll show you a power up without an error. Then all this, don't want to see this again. Then we're going for a first boot and Control F. You see another image, do not show it again. Switch. Another text up here, click it away, all click it away. If you don't want all these messages ever again, there is a little line that I use, and it's on the Nemesis script on the GitHub of Eric Dubois, and I never see it. All right, I'm gonna install first to show you how to update, how to stay rolling between a version of June to July, which will also count for August, right? No releases in August. Just update, up all, be happy. Normally I would install this one because this is development. Development is the developers and the beta testers. We take images, we talk to each other, and we install these things, but it's a VirtualBox, right? So already 315 updates. That's typical Arch Linux, not ArcoLinux, it's typical Arch Linux. They provide lots and lots of updates. So if you have troubles for volume and speed and all that, and then, well, maybe ArcoLinux and Arch Linux is not the way to go, and you choose another Linux distribution. There are so many out there, right? But it's a lot of gigabytes that we download to stay up to date every single time. And in my case, I have 20 desktops, 20 SSDs. So I keep them all up to date. Well, when I boot up, right? Update, scalp, upall. But yeah, on a monthly basis, it is really a huge amount of updates that we do. So not waiting here with you. I mean, let's just let this thing install and then do the updates, right? Let's pause the video. All right, it's finished installing. I just helped another person on Discord having trouble with USBs. Guys, burn the ISO with Etcher. It's gonna work everywhere. That's the easiest response for us. It works on Mac, it works on Windows, and it works on Linux. So, if you see this wait for device to become active or something like that, well, burn it with something else. Use another USB and also use Etcher. All right, updating, stay rolling. The idea is actually never to install again. That's the idea. But I know we're here to learn, so things can go wrong, and then you do a clean install. I also hear people saying I'm gonna keep my settings, and we're on Ubuntu and have all these home settings, and that's dangerous, right? Because settings do not match, versions are different and all that. You install stuff, there will be remnants, there will be relics, there will be orphans, zombies, whatever you want to call it. It's gonna be rubbish inside your home directory, in your .conf, your .local and things like that. I prefer always a clean install, whether it be Mac, Windows or Linux. I want to have a assurance, 100% assurance that is really just because of the OS itself, not because I have old stuff keeping it and it's conflicting in some way, right? Because I'm losing time. I'm frustrated at that point in time. So a clean install is for me the solution, and then get everything in from the cloud. Okay, but hey, that's just advice. F12 is your drop-down XFC for terminal, and what we do is we update every morning. We sit down at our computer and we say update, right? And sometimes he asks for keys like this one. Yes, you say, and yes, again, enter, enter. It's not technical, and I'm not explaining this via this PAMAC AUR thing, which is great. And we use it, and it's there, it will be maintained, it will be up to date, it's cool. But looking at what comes past. I mean, looking at the code, looking at the packages, reading things and following. And also, this is the only way that developers can share information with you. If there is something to be said or warned or anything like that, it's gonna pop up. You'll see, maybe in red, in green. I tend to do that in color, so people actually really see, whoa, what's this red thing, right? And you are focused on that. But often it's just warning, double point, and so on. I'm thinking about how they call it in English again, the character, double points. It has another name. So row feed gets updates, and you just go along. You see, oh, look, a lot of ArcoLinux things are new, and so on. You just read. Vivaldi is new, yay bin is new, okay. And then you get this question: import PGP key. So Jan Alexander Steffens, I've been joking about it, but it must be very important, because 1 enter, 2 enter, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 20, 30. Okay, I stopped counting. But at some point in time, we're through, right? And it's finished. He's a super important guy. Simple as that. As long as we get through it. And then we get our checking package integrity. Did all the package arrive in a whole piece, right? Are there no errors from A till Z? If that's checked, well, there we go. Everything installs. Here are keys. That's important to know already. There is a signing system. So, and here's a new wallpaper we've chosen for the holidays. Let's have a quick look. Nice little, I don't know what you can call it, the shadow here. You'll see, in your imagination, you decide what it is, and the surface here. And we're a little bit in holiday these days, all right? So the keyring. Have a look. Arch Wiki, keyring, Arch Wiki, signing packages. It is a way to assure that every package that's on our system is secure, has been signed, has been checked that it's okay, right? So that's a cool feeling, but it is important, and it's an important package. You should know, because if you're installing very old SSDs, like a year old or something like that, you have to first get the new keys in. And that's the application, that's the package you install prior to the update. So you get in, well, you lose all the rubbish keys and you get in the new keys. So new people, new persons, and have new keys. So they're signed with their key. So get the keys in first, update then. There are videos like that. In this case, I don't have to do it, so it's just signing these keys, and all these guys are either dead, or they don't want to work with ArcoLinux anymore, or they just moved on, whatever, right? So disabling keys, they're not part of ArcoLinux anymore. And then we scroll on from time to time and check it out. So this has been changed, ArcoLinux bin, and it's installed in etc scal bin, which means it's not gonna work. There's no application that actually uses anything in etc scal. There's no functionality there. But it's a way, if you start building ISOs, if you put something in there, your future home user will get it. So when you do a clean installation and you say, my name is Eric, you'll get home Eric, and everything that's inside etc scal will be copy pasted over. So at this point in time, it's not copy pasted over yet. And that's why we have an alias called scal. So really watch some videos about what is scal, what does it do, how can I circumvent that my personal things have been overwritten and stuff like that. We are getting rid of the HBlock timer and service. Probably should make a note about that and make a separate video. But basically it's simple, Ctrl-Alt-E. You have this way of stopping and starting HBlock. this little guy with this shield wants to protect you, improve your security, and all it does is on and off. So that's all it is. And in XFCE, we have also a little icon ad block. So that's the same thing, but the other one is graphical, and this is more like a terminal that pops up, and then you see what happens. It blocks you. All the rubbish websites will be blocked, and you won't see as much advertisement and commercials when you go online. Here it says again, right? It's actually 200,000 these days. We're upgrading this. It's gonna be in here. Okay, you just read. This is not from us, but I say it as a warning. Okay, so they have a new configuration, but the configuration is not overwritten, and the new stuff is here. So if you want to compare this one with that one, you can with Melt, for example. But to be honest, well, doesn't matter. Polybar files, new polybar files, root, etc scal. We've changed something in our scal. That's for the what's new video. System config, we've got rid of the automated update mirror servers. It's gone, removed. So there are no automatic update mirrors. You need to do it. Ctrl-Alt-W, update ArcoLinux mirrors. Done, right? It's done. Variety, yeah, for Spectre WM, we have a new desktop. We have two new desktops, Yukui, if I pronounce it correctly, and Spectre WM. And in that case, we need to add some little code in there so we can actually switch wallpapers. Variety is switching wallpapers. It's Syscal, ZSH, we've changed there something as well. Not sure anymore what it was, but that's for the new video. What is new? All stuff. Setbar, not from us, right? So ArcoLinux stuff. Sometimes they say there's an optional dependency. If you can add something more to it. Okay, it's installed. OB menu generator, we use this for OpenBox. It's an application, but not from us. And then we're almost at the end. When you see this running post transaction hooks, it's almost at the end of the installation of the update. And here we are. So I really encourage you to use a terminal and read. And in 3 years' time, you'll know every little package and know what's important, right? That's the point. Get to know the parts of your operating system, like driving a car. Get to know the parts of your car. All right. I mentioned something about scal, right? So alias scal, that's the next thing I would do. That's actually a copy paste. Well, first it's gonna back up everything. This bit here says whatever is in .config, make a backup from the date, etc, etc, and then you can copy paste everything over from etc scal to the home directory. So yes, your settings will be overwritten, and yes, there will be a backup. Okay, so scal, the design switches a little bit, nothing we can do about that. That's XFCE 4 terminal says, oh, what's going on, right? Because his settings have been overwritten. And then last thing is up all. If you do this, maybe you have installed more stuff that's coming from the AUR, right? Arch User Repository. And then those things will be updated as well. But these days, if you don't install anything more, everything is actually coming from us. We have lots and lots and lots of software in the repo extra large, in the third party, still somebody else. So this is somebody else software. That's some software from somebody else. And this is just us, right? This is really written by us, made by us. And that's why I like PAMAC, right? Because we can see here what's inside. We can go to the repository. We can have a look at the repo extra large. We can install Vivaldi by a button. But again, sudo pacman -s in the terminal, brave bin, brackets bin, Dropbox, Spotify is in there somewhere as well, and so on. WPS Office, lots and lots and lots of software to install, and it's all updated by us, right? That's the service we provide. It's built by us, which makes it a super fast installation. No worries. And if one of the packages doesn't work anymore, just tell us on Discord. That's the easiest way. And then, well, we build it again and we put it on there with a new version number, and hopla, it gets updated. This is just ArcoLinux stuff. It always has the name ArcoLinux, right? All settings and configurations and so on. I think we're above 100 or so packages. So basically, if you do an up all and there's nothing more to do, it's done. Now, Xorg font utils is something we should probably say missing AOR packages. So sometimes ArcoLinux is going to change names, is going to merge packages, is going to move packages out of the ArcoLinux repos and put them on the AOR, stuff like that. Things change. And the easiest way is to have a look with an R, try to remove the package in question. If there is no link anywhere to this package, if there is none of the other packages that says, hey, I require that, that is my dependency, right? Let's have a look. Don't really matter which one, just gonna take one, right? Let's hope it has a dependency. Voila. So this particular package ACL depends on this one. If you want to remove ATTR, then it's gonna complain. Pacman's gonna say, hey, you can't remove it because you can't remove ATTR because ACL requires it. So if you can remove it, it's not required for anything. So we say yes, and that's done. Up all. And now we have a little bit cleaner update. All right, what else? Our system up to date, right? That's okay. But there are people who believe in the numbering system. The numbering system is rubbish. I mean, it doesn't matter. I have SSDs here from 1912, right? From last year. And still they're up to date. Update scale up all. But if you really want to change it, we have a little script. Bin stay rolling 2020 from 6, so June to July, stay rolling. And we can also do the fix because I saw it was necessary here. There's no images, there's no packages, and there's some issue somewhere in there, XML from ArcoLinux. But we have our little fix. Boom, we run it. Hopla. That's fixed. And then we go back to PAMAC and we have our beautiful icons back. So that's our little fix. And here we have the stay rolling, which is going to mimic every change we've done to the ISO is also mimicked here. That's pretty much the rule, but with some common sense, not always a rule. Like for instance, we've decided to get rid of the ArcoLinux cron git, right? We do not install it by default. You can install it if you want, but not by default. What does ArcoLinux cron do? It's going to, during the day you boot up, right? And during the day it's gonna say, at random, let's have a look if the ArcoLinux mirrors are still the fastest one. And that's basically what it does. During the day, it's gonna say, here is the new list, the new mirror list for ArcoLinux. Never ArcoLinux, always ArcoLinux. That's it. So I want to remove it, so I'm gonna say yes, it's removed. Xorg font utils, we've done that ourselves, right? Was not present or already removed, we've done that ourselves, otherwise the script would have done it. And that's it. That's it. LSB release number updated. What does that mean? 26.5, Control T. sysinfo is now 20.7.5. So it really is unimportant, but yeah, if you want to update and have an up-to-date number, and let's include that little knowledge as well, all it is a file with a number that you can change any way you like, and you'll have something. It doesn't say if your system is up to date. It just says there's a number in a file. It doesn't say it's up to date. Okay? Just showing you. Again, in so many videos I try to tell people it's unimportant. As long as you update Skel and Abol, you have an up-to-date system. Alright, it's only time to reboot. That's the only thing we can do. And but you're up to date and your system is up and running. You can enjoy our new wallpapers. We have a bunch of wallpapers, and well, because of the fact that we have to stay at home, there probably are a little bit more images in there for vacation and all that, right? But anyway, enjoy ArcoLinux and have a great holiday. Cheers.